Is just turning 6 and I am just starting the live. I've been on my Snapchat more, so if you want to add me, I'm on there as Swagapants. But I made like a reminder post that I was going live. Yeah, so it's just 6 in the morning. Uh, I figured no music today. I was going to do a quick explanation on how to get in the sun cells. And I want to show you guys. Look at my hair done. So I actually don't know how long I'm gonna keep this in. I put it in a ponytail because for class. Um, but my African braider from South Africa hooked up my hair. Last week I was meeting with the mayor, so I apologize. Like I've been doing lives and I've definitely been on my TikTok, but to edit YouTube videos. So yeah, there's a lot of platforms to manage. Good morning. So, we're going to learn how to do the sun salutation. I'm going to show you guys from various levels. So, we're going to start at beginner and then move into more advanced ways to do the sun salutation. So, um, this is a great tutorial if you have trouble getting up and down uh out of your seat on your mat. It's just turning 6 and you guys know I have a 2-year-old. So this video is great if you have trouble getting up and down out of your mat, and this one is also good so then you can learn how to do transitions if you're working towards more advanced ways of doing it. So I don't have a hat today, and I feel like it's hard to teach in a hat, and I don't want to cover up my cute braids. So I'm like, if I put it on my shirt, I feel like it's just gonna do a lot of wiggling. So we're gonna start standing. Go ahead, grab your mat if you have a mat. Otherwise, if you don't have a mat, that is okay. Let's get this microphone on. I feel like it's facing away from me. Is there like a? I'm sorry if this sounds bad. I got the raspy voice this morning. If I put it up there like that, balance it on my shoulders, shoulder crease. All right, let's try it out. So we're going to start with the beginner variation. We'll do 3 flows of that. I'm going to try to keep this video quick so you can come back to it. So start at the top of your mat where our feet are in mountain pose. And this will be our beginning each time. So you'll see the repetition of how, okay, this is starting to make sense. So if you got a shirt, you can tuck your shirt in, or if you got a sports bra, then you're good to go. So arms are down to your sides. And if you want to receive energy, you can flip the palms forward. So you're going to try to stand as tall as you can. And this is us grounding and checking in with our body. So just check the shape of your spine. You're trying to straighten out your back, opening our chest, watching if the pelvis is too far forward. And then once you get to the crown of the head, notice a lot of the time we like to stick our neck out. So practicing that Jarlanhara of tucking your chin towards your chest so you're engaging those neck muscles rather than relaxing them. You want to engage those neck muscles. So we're here. We're just in mountain pose today. Take a deep breath. Take another inhale. Beginning standing flow. This is the flow we're going to do every time. So even in our advanced flow. From this mountain pose, we're going to cross those arms and take a nice squat. Open the arms out and all the way up towards the sky. And you want to start to arch your spine. My chest is opening. And you can press that pelvis forward. And then exhale. As you swan dive, the arms open out to the sides, and you're slowly trying to rest your belly towards your thighs here to release any pressure on your lower back. So it's not like a working pose like that, or tough on your low back. But we're working our hands down towards the mat. You're going to take an inhale, halfway lift. You straighten out your legs, so we're still facing forward. Make an L shape with your body, and then float back down. All right, let's do that 2 more times to practice our standing flow. We're going to sit back into our squat, cross those arms, reach all the way up to Utthita Tadasana. Add that back bend. And then exhale, swan dive it down. We're allowing the belly to rest onto your thighs and slowly fold down. We're going to take an inhale, halfway lift, make that L shape with the body, and then exhale, float down. One more time. Now we're getting used to this, right? Cross those arms, reach all the way up, open out to the sides, and bring it all the way down. Halfway lift and float back down. So this is where the pose kind of divides here. So after you've done your standing upward salute, you're opening up the chest. Now we're ready to get onto the floor. So from that forward fold, our hands are going to come down to the mat. And if we're a beginner, we're going to work through this beginner flow a few times. We're going to walk the feet back. If you feel more comfortable, you can hop your feet back, but I'm going to show different variations. So from this little bug pose, you're going to step your feet back into a plank, right? And I have the worst angle, so it's nice I have this circular mat so y'all can see me. So you're in your plank and you don't want your hips too high and you don't want your hips too low. So if you're struggling to kind of maintain that center point in your plank, you can drop down to your knees, and we still want to focus on those muscle groups that we're engaging. So you can take a break real quick here. In your plank, we want to think of engaging the core. So I can't show right now, but because I have this big shirt on, you're going to suck your core and like you're trying to pull that navel to your spine and you're trying to flex because you want to protect that lower back. If this core gives out, then you have that risk of injury with your lower back. So you always want to make sure you're engaging your core when you're coming down into that power plank posture, whether it's a high plank or whether it is on your knees. And then the other thing, while you're in your plank, you've got your abs flexed. Don't forget to tilt your pelvis, tilt that pelvis up so it's not too high and it's not too low. The core is on, and then the pelvic tilt kind of helps you maintain that center point in your plank. So if you find yourself always falling out of your chaturangas, you're not finding that center point in your plank. So high or low plank, right? Now we're going to get into a chaturanga. This is where we're not doing a push-up. It's more of a tricep push-up. So if you're coming from more of that physical workout background, the easiest way to explain it, rather than the elbows sticking out, you want to rotate the inside of your elbows forward and then hug them to the sides of your body. Scoop back a little bit, just so you see. Rather than elbows out, the elbows are facing forward, and you're going to come down into your chaturanga. Right? From this chaturanga, let me meet you there. If we're not in that plank or we were kneeling, you're going to curl those toes, push yourself up, kneeling plank. Let's get up to that high plank. Core is on, and then all you have to do is shift your hips back into a down dog. My feet were not on the mat. Back into a down dog. And first down dog of the morning, let's go ahead and just kind of float the heels up and float your heels down. So you're stretching your legs, you're stretching your hamstrings, your Achilles, all that good stuff in this down dog. And I like to do just a few ripples. And it's a little bit of core work you can add, but yeah, that's not the point of this practice. So we met in this down dog. The point is for this to be a tutorial. From your down dog, we're going to reach that left leg up. And it's okay if that foot is still facing the back wall. You can find your range, right? But we want to make sure our toes are pointed. You can get it high, but if you're like bending your knee, then that's coming out of the form. Come into your three-legged dog. We're going to draw that knee into your chest. This is where it gets a little difficult. Think about rounding the spine, create some space. You're tucking your belly, rounding the spine, hunch it, so you can step your left foot forward. All right, so beginner, we're still working our way up from a beginner way. We came into a kneeling plank. A kneeling lunge. Build up into a high lunge. And then we're going to step the right foot forward. And look at that. We're already at the top of our mat. So we're going to do this beginner flow one more time for the right side. And you're going to see how we put it all together. So we met back in our Tadasana, our mountain posture. Let's cross those arms, take a deep squat, reach all the way up. Utthita Tadasana. And then you're going to swan dive it down. So open those arms out, belly rest onto your thighs, hands reach down towards the floor. Halfway lift, make an L shape with your body, and float down. So hands are to the mat. We're just practicing walking back for this beginner flow. And if you need to come down to your knees for your high plank, please practice there. We're going to move into our chaturanga. So I'm going to show from a kneeling style. Remember, chaturanga, the inside of your elbows are forward, and you're going to take it all the way down. Tap your feet down. Press it up. I actually forgot to show you guys up dog. My bad. So you can work into a mini cobra or bring it all the way up to an up dog. And the arms don't have to be straight. That is okay. All right, bring it back down because it's a weird kind of arch in the spine going into an incline. Go ahead, curl your toes, kneeling to high plank, and then bring it back to your down dog. We're going to prepare for three-legged dog here. Right leg sweeps up. It's okay if it's facing the back wall. Find your range, still in your shape. Toes are pointed. And start to hunch, start to round. Knee to chest, knee to chest. Step forward, come down into that knee if we're still working on that strength to be able to perform into a high lunge. That's okay. Meet in a kneeling lunge. Build yourself up into that high lunge. See? And then we'll just step the left foot forward into our Tadasana. Okay? So let's do that 2 more times, and I'm going to stop with the pausing and make sure I cue for the chaturanga. So beginner's flow, and then we'll move into like the intermediate advanced flow here. So you're going to cross your arms 2 times through here. Reach them up towards the sky. Utthita. Follow your breath. Inhale. Halfway lift. Step it back. Plank. Down dog. Plank. Chaturanga, high or kneeling. Up dog. Elbows are straight or bent. Squeeze your booty. Relax. Curl the toes. Kneeling. High plank. Down dog. Here we go. Three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg. Sweep it up. Toes pointed. Step forward. High lunge. That's okay. You can meet in your kneeling. Build up into your high lunge. Right foot forward. All right, last time for the right side, just to solidify it. Cross those arms, take a squat, arms reach up towards the sky, and swan dive it down. Halfway lift, and down. Hands to the mat, plank. Down dog. High plank. Option to modify, knees. Chaturanga. Tap toes, up dog, and down. Curl the toes, kneeling high plank. Down dog. Right side. The right leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. Step right foot forward. That's okay. Come down to kneeling lunge. Build into that high lunge. Left foot forward. Ta-da! All right, I need to grab a quick drink of water. So, this half of the video, or this previous half, keep practicing that if we're working with from a beginner level. Now, if you are working on to challenge yourself in your sun salutations, this is the particular way that I like to teach sun sals and the modifications I will offer for this style of how I teach it. That's a lot of talking. Right, so advanced flow. We're going to start, like I said, from the beginning. The standing flow is going to stay the same. There are little jumps and like little tricks and things like that you can add to certainly make the class a little more challenging. So let's roll through this just 4 times. So we're going to do the breakdown for the left side. So you see it, and then we're going to do it one more time, the breakdown for the right side. And then the last 2 times we're flowing, we're just going to flow with breath and try to keep that pace. So this is the advanced flow of how you can enter it into your sun salutation. We're going to start by crossing the arms and take a squat. Arms reach up towards the sky for Uttita Tadasana. I want to make sure my mic can be heard. Swan dive it down. Arms open out to the sides, and you're reaching down towards the floor. Take an inhale. We're going to halfway lift, L shape with the body, and then float back down. This is where we get a little fancy. So hands are on the mat. Remember, I was teaching you can walk back. Oh, you can try jumping back here. So from this kind of forward fold position, take a little hop back into your plank. Okay? That was like exaggerated, but you want to try to stick your plank, all right? And then hips up for down dog. Inhale back into your plank. We're keeping it high because it's challenging, right? Elbows face forward, chaturanga. Press up for your up dog or mini cobra. Now, if you're challenging yourself for up dog, you're going to try to lift your chest all the way up. Maybe the pelvis is on the mat, or maybe the pelvis is lifting off of the mat. So from this little chaturanga, you're going to press yourself up. This is where you want to straighten out your arms. And I know I've got that a long baggy thing on. So you came from your chaturanga, side view. You're pressing all the way up. Tops of the feet. Hips are lifted, right? Not super like lifted like that, but you're in that very difficult incline of your spine. Engage your glutes, protect your back, bring it down. All right, curl the toes, kneeling to high plank, or just press through, power up into a high plank. Bring your hips back into a down dog. The left leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. We're gonna step through high lunge, arms reach up. Right foot steps forward, Tadasana. You did it. All right. It's a lot to like teach and make sure I'm going slow enough for people to follow. And that's a lot of talking. We're going to do the tutorial one more time for the right side, and then just try to flow with your breath. So I like to remind my students, when you're flowing, when you're lifting or your head is up, that is when you take a breath, when you inhale. And when you're doing a posture or something that is bringing you down towards the earth, that is when you exhale. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, right? So that's something you can keep in mind, and then that'll help you keep your pace. Because I had mentioned pace earlier. If you are going too fast or too slow, it can kind of disrupt your pace, and your breathing can get a little messed up. So we're going to work on the right side at more intermediate advanced flow, and then we're just going to flow the last 2 times. So 3 more times through here. At the top of your mat in mountain posture, take an inhale, cross your arms at your chest, deep squat, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down, halfway lift. Exhale, hop it back. Down dog. Inhale, plank, chaturanga. Hug those elbows. Up dog. Down. Curl the toes. Plank. Down dog. Right leg. 3-legged dog. Step through. Stay high. High lunge. Left foot forward. Tadasana. Cool. And that was still kind of more flowy. All right. So 2 more times here. We're going to bring it back to the left side. And just flow through these last 2 times, and we'll do our little namaste. So if you need a quick drink, grab a quick drink. I need some water. All right, here we go. You got this. Advance flow, nonstop twice through. Inhale, cross those arms, deep squat, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift, inhale. Plank, down dog. Oh, sorry, you should have jumped that. Inhale, plank, chaturanga. Up dog, power press. Down dog, plank. Left leg, 3-legged step through, high lunge. Inhale, right foot forward. Inhale, arms up, Uttita. Exhale, swan dive. Last time, halfway lift. Jump it back. down dog, plank, inhale, chaturanga, up dog, power breath, plank, inhale, down dog, 3 legs, right leg, step it forward, arms up, step forward. See, that was kind of faster. So you just learned how to do the beginner's flow and to the advanced flow. So you can take the entire video. What is this, 20 minutes? Exactly, 20 minutes. 20 minutes to practice this flow. We started the live immediately. So like if you're coming to this live later, you can jump right into it. I usually start my lives a little early so people can join, but I wanted to get straight to the point today. I'm out of breath. I just woke up, but I was like, I want to show you guys the ways you can modify, add those little nuggets if you're going to a public class to practice or whether you're doing it virtually with me. Well, if you're doing it virtually with me, 10 times out of 10 I'm going to show you the modifications. But if you're going to a different teacher, most teachers do not cue double queue. And I've been working on double queuing for a while. So there can be beginners and advanced practitioners taking my classes. Um, but if you're still working on that that getting up and down and that's a lot on you, keep practicing from your knees until you build up that strength. It all starts with day one, right? So I hope this video was helpful, and I don't know, I love you. Thank you for like the last 3 people that have stuck around for this video. I appreciate you. There will be lives. Maybe I'll go live later today at my shop, but I always go live on the weekends at the studio, and tomorrow is 420. So this whole month, if you're unaware, I sent out a newsletter every first of the month. But this month's special in my shop, Confidential Goods, all of my 420 merch is on sale. So like I have stationery stuff, magnets, stickers, I have like shirts, and I just finished a really cool nug hoop. So all of that's in my shop, Confidential Goods. I have not listed the hoop yet, but if you want to come check me out in person this weekend. I'll be here at the Midwest Market 4 to 7. I'm bringing bear, so we'll see how that goes. And then Saturday and Sunday is like Saturday I'll be there around 12:15. So, yeah. All right. Trying to give you guys my schedule and all that, but thank you for stopping by this channel, stopping by to take this class or just come in here to say hello. I do live videos once a week. I had to downsize because it was a lot on me. And earlier this month, I literally had the grand opening of our yoga studio. So it's just been a lot with that, scheduling, being a mom, all the good stuff. So I'm trying to stay committed to having Fridays be our live class where if you're interested in taking a class or doing a little nug of something, um, you can find us. You can join us on Fridays at 6 a.m. Central Time. So I made a post in the community page about that. And yeah, today was yoga. Next week, Friday, will be like a boot camp. So it's going to flip flop, but there will always be a class on a Friday. And I will try to give you guys a heads up if not. So thank you for being here. I will catch you later.